Imagine this. You're striding confidently through life, enjoying your golden years with vigor, able to take long walks, play with your grandchildren, and navigate your daily routine with an empowering sense of independence. Now, what if I told you that a silent enemy, perhaps even disguised as a healthy snack in your very own fruit bowl, could be insidiously chipping away at that precious strength and vitality? As we gracefully age, maintaining robust muscle strength, particularly in our legs, isn't merely a desirable perk. It's the absolute cornerstone of our mobility, our balance, and our ability to live life on our own terms. It's the difference between feeling capable and feeling vulnerable. The shocking truth is that many well-intentioned seniors might be unknowingly consuming fruits that, while delicious, are actively contributing to muscle weakness, systemic inflammation, and erratic blood sugar fluctuations. These aren't minor inconveniences. They are direct threats to your leg strength and overall muscle integrity. Are you ready to uncover whether one of your go-to healthy choices could actually be undermining your efforts to stay strong and independent? Prepare to be surprised, because we're about to expose the 8 worst fruits that could be derailing your muscle health, and more importantly, equip you with the knowledge to replace them with powerful, strength-building alternatives. Your journey to stronger legs and a more energized life starts now. You won't want to miss this. For seniors, the strength coursing through your legs is far more than just a measure of physical fitness. It's your golden ticket to a life filled with freedom, activity, and self-reliance. Strong legs are what allow you to rise from a chair with ease, climb stairs without a second thought, maintain your balance on uneven surfaces, and critically, reduce the risk of debilitating falls. It's about preserving your ability to engage in everyday activities, from grocery shopping to gardening, that bring joy and fulfillment. However, the very foundation of this strength can be subtly eroded by dietary choices, particularly by certain fruits that seem innocent on the surface. The culprits? Fruits high in sugar, low in fiber, or laden with artificial additives. These characteristics can trigger a cascade of negative effects within the body, starting with unstable blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes, it leads to energy slumps and can even promote muscle loss and persistent weakness, especially noticeable in the legs. Furthermore, many of these fruits can fan the flames of inflammation. Chronic inflammation makes it significantly harder for your muscles to recover from strain, exacerbates joint discomfort, and generally impedes your body's ability to maintain and build strength. It's a vicious cycle where seemingly healthy foods might actually be making it more challenging to stay active and robust. But fear not, because understanding this is the first step towards reclaiming control. We're not just here to point out the problems, we're dedicated to guiding you towards leg-strengthening options packed with beneficial nutrients, fiber, and antioxidants designed to keep your legs powerful and your body vibrant. At NutriHub Bliss, we firmly believe that smart, informed dietary choices are the key to unlocking stronger muscles, enhanced mobility, and a truly healthier, more active lifestyle. Let's dive in and unmask these deceptive fruits. Grapes, those conveniently poppable sweet little jewels, are often a go-to snack for many. They are refreshing, easy to eat, and generally perceived as a healthy choice. However, for seniors laser-focused on preserving their leg strength and overall muscle vitality, grapes can unfortunately be a problematic addition to the diet. While it's true that grapes contain a commendable array of vitamins and antioxidants, their Achilles heel is their surprisingly high sugar content. And it's not just any sugar. Grapes possess a high glycemic index, GI, which is a scientific way of saying they can cause your blood sugar levels to shoot up rapidly after consumption. For older adults, especially those managing conditions like diabetes or insulin resistance, or even just those sensitive to blood sugar swings, this rapid influx of sugar can significantly disrupt metabolic balance. The immediate consequence? A subsequent energy crash, leaving you feeling fatigued and weak, which in turn makes it harder to engage in the physical activity necessary to maintain leg strength. Think of it this way. When you consume high-sugar fruits like grapes, the sugar is rapidly absorbed into your bloodstream, leading to that quick spike in blood glucose. This initial surge is often followed by an equally dramatic drop as your body works overtime to manage the sugar load. This roller coaster effect doesn't just make you feel tired, it can lead to increased muscle soreness and make it more difficult for your muscles to recover and perform optimally. For seniors, these fluctuations are particularly detrimental because stable energy levels and efficient blood circulation are paramount for maintaining leg strength. Furthermore, the high sugar content in grapes can insidiously contribute to chronic inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is a well-known adversary to joint health and muscle integrity, often linked to pain, weakness, and even more serious conditions like heart disease. The sugar in grapes essentially fuels this inflammatory process, making it tougher for seniors to bounce back from physical activities and keep their muscles in top condition. This inflammation can become a leading cause of the joint pain and muscle fatigue that directly impact leg strength and overall mobility. Consider the story of Sam Griffin, a 68-year-old retired construction worker from Phoenix, Arizona. Sam was an avid walker and made it a habit to snack on grapes throughout his day, believing he was making a healthy choice. However, he began to notice a persistent feeling of weakness in his muscles and increased soreness after his daily walks, which was unusual for him. After a thorough discussion with his healthcare provider, Sam learned that the high sugar content in the grapes was a likely contributor to his unwelcome blood sugar spikes and subsequent muscle fatigue. Taking this advice to heart, Sam consciously cut back on his grape consumption and strategically switched to lower glycemic fruits like berries and apples. The results were remarkable. Sam reported a significant improvement in his muscle recovery times and a noticeable boost in his overall energy levels. "I didn't realize how much the grapes were affecting me until I stopped eating them," Sam shared. "Now I can walk further without feeling sore and I just feel stronger overall." In essence, due to their high sugar content and high glycemic index, grapes stand out as a fruit seniors should approach with caution, as they can trigger blood sugar instability, muscle fatigue, and inflammation. Opting for lower glycemic alternatives like berries, apples, and pears can be a game changer for maintaining muscle strength, stable energy, and vibrant health. Mangoes, with their luscious sweetness and tropical allure, are often celebrated as a delicious treat. They evoke images of sunshine and exotic locales. However, for seniors dedicated to maintaining their precious leg strength and overall muscle health, this vibrant fruit should be consumed with considerable moderation, or perhaps even avoided altogether. While it's undeniable that mangoes are bursting with beneficial vitamins and antioxidants, they also carry a significant sugar payload. In fact, mangoes rank among the fruits with the highest glycemic indices, meaning they have a potent ability to cause rapid and substantial spikes in blood sugar levels. This characteristic is particularly concerning for older adults, especially those who are diligently managing diabetes, dealing with insulin resistance, or simply striving to maintain optimal muscle function and stable energy. The primary issue with mangoes, despite their natural origins, is their concentrated sugar content. This high sugar level can trigger those unwelcome blood sugar spikes, which are almost inevitably followed by energy crashes, pervasive fatigue, and a general sense of muscle weakness. For seniors, these dramatic fluctuations in blood sugar can make it incredibly challenging to stay active and preserve leg strength. When your energy plummets, so does your motivation and capacity for physical activity, and muscle recovery can become sluggish. Over time, if blood sugar levels are consistently spiking and crashing, it can also negatively impact joint health, potentially leading to increased muscle soreness and fueling the body's inflammatory responses. Indeed, the high sugar in mangoes can exacerbate inflammation throughout the body. As we age, chronic inflammation becomes a more significant factor in health, often manifesting as joint pain, muscle fatigue, and general weakness. The sugars present in mangoes can unfortunately feed into these inflammatory pathways, making it more difficult for seniors to recover efficiently from physical exertion and to maintain their muscle strength and resilience over the long term. Let's look at the experience of Evelyn Evie Clark, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Raleigh, North Carolina. Evie had a particular fondness for mangoes, especially enjoying them during the warm summer months. However, she began to notice an unsettling trend. Her legs felt progressively weaker, and she was experiencing increased tiredness after her regular walks, activities she usually enjoyed. After a consultation with her doctor, Evie was advised to limit her intake of high-sugar fruits like mangoes. The medical advice suggested that these fruits were likely contributing to her blood sugar fluctuations and the resulting muscle fatigue she was experiencing. Following this guidance, Evie made a conscious switch to lower glycemic fruits, incorporating more apples and berries into her diet. She was pleasantly surprised to find a significant improvement in her muscle recovery and a much more consistent level of energy throughout her day. Cutting back on mangoes really helped me feel more energetic and less sore, Evie noted with relief. I have more pep in my step now. In summary, mangoes, due to their high sugar content and high glycemic index, can be problematic for seniors, potentially leading to blood sugar spikes, muscle fatigue, and increased inflammation. It's wiser for seniors to limit mangoes and instead choose lower glycemic fruits such as apples, berries, and pears to better support muscle strength, maintain stable blood sugar levels, and promote overall vitality. Bananas are ubiquitously recognized as a convenient, potassium-rich, and generally healthy snack. They're easy to grab on the go and often recommended for their nutritional benefits. However, when it comes to seniors aiming to maintain robust leg strength, preserve overall muscle health, and sustain stable energy levels, bananas might not be the optimal choice, especially when consumed frequently or in large quantities. While bananas do offer potassium and other essential nutrients, they also pack a considerable amount of sugar. This, combined with a moderate to high glycemic index, especially in riper bananas, can lead to undesirable blood sugar spikes, which can then contribute to muscle fatigue and inflammation, two major concerns for the aging population. The primary concern with bananas revolves around their sugar content. While these are natural sugars, the way they're processed by the body, particularly given the banana's glycemic profile, can cause a relatively rapid increase in blood sugar levels. For seniors, especially those managing diabetes, insulin resistance, or simply striving for consistent energy throughout the day, regular consumption of bananas can lead to a cycle of blood sugar fluctuations. This means an initial energy surge, followed by a slump, often accompanied by feelings of weakness and fatigue. These energy crashes are particularly problematic for older adults who want to avoid muscle fatigue and maintain the strength needed for daily physical activities and exercise. Consistent energy is key to an active lifestyle, and these sugar-induced ups and downs can make it difficult to achieve. Moreover, the high sugar content inherent in bananas can exacerbate inflammation within the body. Chronic inflammation is a significant contributor to muscle soreness, joint pain, and delayed muscle recovery, all common issues that can become more pronounced in older adults. It's widely understood that high sugar consumption can fuel inflammatory processes, further hindering the body's natural ability to heal and maintain healthy, resilient muscles and joints. For seniors, diligently controlling inflammation is crucial for staving off conditions like arthritis, preventing muscle loss, sarcopenia, and even protecting heart health. Every dietary choice that helps manage inflammation is a step in the right direction. Consider the case of Margaret Maggie Roberts, a 70-year-old retired librarian from Kansas City, Missouri. Maggie had always enjoyed bananas as a quick and easy snack. However, she started noticing that she was feeling unusually tired and experiencing more muscle soreness, particularly after her daily walks with her dog. This was a new and unwelcome development. After discussing these symptoms with her doctor, Maggie was advised to reduce her intake of high-sugar fruits, including bananas, and to replace them with options lower on the glycemic index, such as berries and apples. Maggie took this advice to heart and made the dietary adjustment. She reported a remarkable improvement in her energy levels, found that her muscles recovered more quickly after activity, and even noticed a reduction in her joint discomfort. I feel more energized and less sore after my walks now, Maggie shared enthusiastically. I am so much more active and it feels great. In summary, bananas, primarily due to their significant sugar content and glycemic impact, can be one of the less ideal fruits for seniors. they have the potential to lead to blood sugar spikes, muscle fatigue, and increased inflammation. Seniors would be well advised to limit their banana intake and instead opt for lower glycemic fruits like apples, berries, and pears to better support muscle health, maintain stable energy levels, and enhance overall vitality. Pineapples, with their vibrant tropical flavor and reputation for being rich in vitamin C and the enzyme bromelain, are often enjoyed as a refreshing treat. However, for seniors who are prioritizing the maintenance of muscle strength, healthy joints, and stable energy levels, pineapples are another fruit that warrants caution. The combination of their high sugar content and a significant glycemic index, GI, means that pineapples can provoke notable blood sugar spikes. These spikes, in turn, can contribute to inflammation, both of which can seriously hinder muscle recovery and potentially exacerbate joint pain in older adults, making this sweet delight a bit of a double-edged sword. One of the primary concerns with pineapples is, once again, their sugar content. While the sugar in pineapple is natural, its high GI indicates that this sugar is absorbed very quickly into the bloodstream. This rapid absorption causes a swift and often sharp increase in blood sugar levels. Such a sudden surge can easily lead to the all-too-familiar energy crash, leaving seniors feeling tired, weak, and more susceptible to muscle fatigue. For older adults who are carefully managing their blood sugar levels, or those trying to maintain a healthy weight and an active lifestyle, consuming high glycemic fruits like pineapples regularly can make it significantly harder to stay energized and support long-term muscle strength. The body thrives on consistency, and these sugar-induced peaks and valleys work against that. In addition to the direct sugar issue, pineapples can, somewhat paradoxically, contribute to inflammation in the body. While bromelain, the enzyme